Sorry, give me a second. Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to be trying a McChicken. It's my first time ever trying a McChicken. Got it from a McDonald's on Broadway and Maine. I did not use, Manchester in Maine. Excuse me, Manchester in Maine. I did not go inside. I went to the drive-through. I wiped a bit of the mayo off because there's a lot of mayonnaise on here. And I had some chicken nuggets as well. And if the chicken tastes anything like the chicken in the chicken nuggets, hopefully you don't use different chicken, then it should be pretty good. If not, then it's going to be pretty unfortunate. So without further ado, here we go. Okay. It's not bad. It's a bit tough for me to get over. I really do have to sort of, because initially I was like, oh, this is very eggy. And I don't like the taste of egg. I'm really not big on egg. And it was immediately very eggy. That could be the mayonnaise matched with the breading. So, I think, but I do understand the appeal, especially for those who grew up eating it. I think I could. For me, it's an acquired taste. For me, most things are acquired taste right now. But, yeah. So. The nuggets, if you can get past all the controversy, it's pretty decent. Yeah. Especially if you grew up, um, with a lot of fried foods, or even eating the Boca chicken sandwiches. Like, this has got a similar sort of thing going on. It's all sort of McDonald's. It's got a really good place. I love the crunch on here is crazy. I wish, maybe I don't wish, but when they were doing that, what is it, 50-piece McNuggets? I kind of wish I was eating nuggets back then, but anyway, I kind of wish I wasn't so stubborn or hard-headed, disciplined, whatever you want to call it. But I'm not gonna say it was discipline, because it really wasn't. It wasn't so much discipline. But yeah, the 50-piece McNuggets were, because I think they were selling for like $20. It's kind of worth it. But at the time, there was also the pink goo controversy. You know? So, it's kind of interesting. I'm gonna feed this McChicken to my dog. I'm gonna try a piece without. Let me just. This is a lot of mayonnaise on here. Which gives it that egginess. I'm gonna try a piece without mayonnaise. It's got a good flavor. I would eat this whole thing. The wonders of protein are blowing my mind right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. But here you go. I spent like $5 on this, and I'm kind of disappointed. But trial and error, a lot of it is so, these days. But you know, it's kind of interesting. My whole my whole everything, everything. You know, my whole world is different since I've sort of accepted this part of me, if you will. This, like, so it's really weird. I'm gonna be honest with you, and eating chicken more regularly, going to the gym, accepting protein as a vital nutrients, or you know, or you know, as accepting it as something that I don't have to go out of my way to find like alternatives for, thus clearing up room for the scientists to, you know, they, in my mind, like they don't have to now I don't have to worry about that. Like they don't have to come up with the science to synthesize a protein or whatever, you know. I don't have to rely on that, and I also don't have to rely on things like pumpkin seeds or beans, you know. So it's kind of a toss up, especially when the convenience of like certain, you know, and that's not to say that there's, you know, there's the same science in the mass produced meats, etc. But for example, when chicken is so readily available, when the protein is so readily available all around me, it's almost like, wow, it's really interesting. It's kind of like, and it's like now, you know, obviously it does affect my brain chemistry. Like my brain is working differently. Like it kind of, it's like my brain sort of works overtime, if you will. Without like consuming meat and things, like brain works differently, and especially with chicken, because like chicken is chicken, you know. I'm starting to come to terms with, like, it's like it's chicken. But you know, it's interesting being vegetarian, growing up vegetarian, pescatarian. Everyone's like, "Oh, you're so smart. Oh, I wish I could be like that," etc., etc. And I don't know if they're gaslighting me or what, but at this point, you know what I mean? Oh, stick with it, you know. At this point, because there was a big shift in uh, trend to veganism, and honestly, throughout my journey, I noticed a big shift in trend, and with that, sort of came sort of, a lot of stuff was revealed. One, you know, because we can't negate the ITAL, you know what I mean? The ITAL and the energy of that type of sort of diet and stuff. Like it's, I think probably when I went vegan, I probably did get rid of a lot of parasites in my body. I'm quite certain I did, um, but maybe I didn't. I don't know. Because I think I'd remember if I were shitting worms, but then that never happened. But there was a shift. I mean, I got really skinny. I was eating a lot of food, so they say food is energy. Like I mean, it definitely depends, you know. But I mean, yeah, it's very true, you know. But it's really complicated, I guess. My relationship with food has always been complicated. That is a fact, and I don't think it. And I'm learning that it doesn't need to be. So yeah, I don't know. You know, I mean, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. And I'm certainly grateful, but without a doubt, my relationship with food has always been complicated, and it is complicated my life in many ways. You know, so yeah, yeah. Anyway, it's it's cool though. Um, so it's cool though. I mean, it's weird because obviously, like, I'll tell you this though. When they say like carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, you know, part of that is sort of true. You sort of take on, you know, I don't know. I'm not gonna say that for me, but you definitely take on something different, or me, you know. Sort of, I take on something different, and it's interesting because obviously, as a child, you know, you get breastfed. You're fed all the nutrients that you need from your mother, which is not a vegan. It's not vegan. First of all, nothing vegan about it. Nothing. You know, it taps you into the sort of the world consciousness. It's sort of like the life cycles, if you will. You know, from a spiritual perspective, life and death, consuming flesh. And people say there are those out there that, you know, but part of me wants to believe them, but I don't. You know, it's kind of weird. You have Yaki Awakens, for example. It's not wrong, and I've had some experiences on 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 spiritual diets and cleanse. Let's put it like that. You know, where you can, where things do, and there's all sorts of spiritual diets, whatever. But medically, you know, it works. It works. But I'll tell you this: since I started eating chicken, I felt faster when I thought I'd feel heavier. I felt stronger. Like while I'm doing physical activity, I'm like, whoa, where did this strength and energy come from? To be fair, I have been working out, but like even like jogging, I like even when I'm like jogging, I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Um, like the acceleration is way more quicker. That could just be because I'm working out. It's probably not because I'm eating meat. Let's be honest. I've been lifting weights and working on my chest and my upper body a lot, and occasional legs and my abs. So maybe that is contributing to my my ability to like run stupid fast all of a sudden. I don't know what it is, but you know, It's wild. Imagine, like, I've been, I've been called fat like a large part of my life, and it's it's kind of weird, you know, kind of it's crazy, dude. It's whatever, you know. Doesn't even make sense, really. But yeah. Anyway, I have to work on that, whatever that is. I think. I mean, America is obsessed with diets and things like that. Like that's just for real, you know. So there's that, and ever since the documentary Super Size Me came out, you know, it's like really popped the lid on a lot of things. Some, you know, I mean, you know, America's obsessed with it really, specifically because there is a problem. There is a problem. Like you go to Europe, it's not like that. It's more like, you know, when we're talking about like, you know, and everyone says that if I were in Europe, I'd be so and so. You know what I mean? The diet because of the stuff and the additives and things, and it's true. And I think the biggest thing is obviously the culture of consumerism with the colors and the, you know, the the chemicals and the fatty foods that we're using to attract children, thus causing these children to create these habits, these unhealthy habits, and you know, so yeah, so I mean, I've been like this my whole life. I got some stories, man. You'd be like, "What, dude? Seriously?" Well, whatever. I'm not gonna talk about that. Anyway, yeah, whatever. But yeah, so this goes back so far. But anyway, yeah, you know, obviously there's a problem in America, which you know, which really has to do with the government more so than anything. And so, yeah, it's like this. It's like this. And so let's do with government more than anything. And think I think yeah, go out the country. You know, obviously want to deal with these certain things. Um, you know, go to Europe or something, and it's almost like our food infects other countries. Like, you know, like you're starting to see all the shit that we allow, you know, seeping into other countries, and it's like weird. But yeah, so have you heard of Eddie Abu? But he's he kind of talks about that. He's from the UK. It's like, get this American shit out of our stores. He's a funny dude. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it though. That's pretty much it. Yes, yes. So that's it. And I'm. I mean, I'm 26, and I think I'm not even gonna share this stuff because it's just not right. It's just not good. So I'm gonna leave it there, you know, and it's just, it is what it is, you know. So where I'm at now is where I'm at now. Worked at McDonald's, had a McChicken, 8-piece chicken nuggets, 2 4-pieces technically. Spent a bunch of money because of inflation, and and that's that. Signing off. Kojo Manifest. Peace. So I've been analyzing my last video. I sort of went over it and sort of thinking about the words that I'm saying and like, the things that I say. So I think I brought up a point about this spiritual diets and stuff. Scratch all of that, okay? I've been eating food my entire life. And people talk about food like leaving you satisfied. Like, I'm never satisfied, you know? Like, food does not leave me satisfied. I realize that what I've been looking for out of this food was this feeling of sort of lightness. Really not food, you know? I haven't. I almost forgot what it was like to eat food that leaves you satisfied. I didn't have that experience until yesterday. And I was working and I got like a bowl from like UCLA. It was like a chicken teriyaki bowl. It was a bunch of chicken in there. And I got a chicken teriyaki bowl and I got some chicken tenders. And I went to bed like later and I was like, what is this feeling in my stomach? Like all of a sudden I was like, did I eat today? Like, is this what it's like to have food in my stomach? Is this what it's like to feel full? Like, am I full? It was weird. It was wild. It was wild. It was wild. And then that partnered with the fact that don't get me started. My dad's always clowning me about I'm always eating. You eat too much. I'm like, my mom too? I'm like, wait a minute. This entire time, I haven't even been properly fed in years. Okay? In years. Years. I'm 26. That feeling, I haven't felt that feeling since I was a kid. Like 6 years old type shit. Like 6 years old type. 7, 8. You know what I mean? When I was a kid, I wasn't even allowed to eat marshmallows. Okay? So, but, whatever. You know? Marshmallows, gummy bears. I wasn't allowed to eat those. But I put that to the side. And I will say that I haven't had. But yeah, but that chicken's it was crazy, you know. It was crazy. And anyway, so I don't know if I'm gonna have that feeling tonight because I don't, you know. But people saying that I'm overeating, my dad tells me I'm overeating all the time. And it's like, no, the fuck, I'm not, dude. Like, I'm not overeating. Because if I was overeating, I would feel full. I don't even feel full. Like, I don't even get that feeling unless I'm eating, unless like the other day, which I got from eating that chicken, from that teriyaki bowl, chicken bowl. And it was a lot of chicken in there. I was like, this is like the whole damn bird, you know what I mean? Anyway, like, yeah. So, so like, so yeah, I ate that. So I you know that, and and I didn't even finish it. And then like after that, like I laid down and I was like, like, um, it's like okay, now after getting this feeling, if I continued to eat, if I went out and got some more food, like then I'd be overeating. But yeah, no. And on top of that, I've noticed, excuse me, I know people don't like when that eye thing, people do that eye thing. And on top of that, I've noticed since eating, um, since eating like meat, chicken specifically, um, more like, sort of incorporating it more in my diet. Like I can count on a number of fingers the amount of times I've eaten like chicken this year, and uh, and it's probably 500 times the amount of chicken I've ate throughout my entire life. But or like 100 times. I don't know how percentages. I'm not too great at percentages, but anyway, whatever. So, so like I think it started with a Popeyes chicken sandwich. As I had that teriyaki chicken bowl. I got those chicken tenders. I went to Dave's Hot Chicken. Uh, so I've been eating relatively, like, in my mind, what I would consider unhealthy. But, and I haven't gone to the gym in like a week. But somehow I'm still in shape. Like, like really good shape. Like, like, you know, like, had I been eating other things, had I like type like how like I feel like had I not been eating chicken, I feel like I would lose my sort of definition, if you will, or my like I start to see my progress going away. But now I sort of see like it's being maintained. I'm even like it's weird. It's weird. So um, yeah, it's it's weird, but it's kind of cool. I'm definitely thankful, for that part. I do want to go to the gym right now, because it's still early. It's like 6:50, but I'm also like I probably should also just eat, you know. So, so um, yeah, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I've made up my mind. The sucky part is I'm spending a lot of money. I'm spending like more money, not a lot of money, but I'm spending more money. So vegetarian diet can be lucrative. Like it can be inexpensive, not lucrative. Let me not say that, but not lucrative, but it can be inexpensive, uh, cheaper. You know, uh, can be. Uh, You learn things, you know. You learn things. You know, it pushes your brain, like I said, it pushes your brain to work overtime. Like my brain works overtime. Because I guess you're always kind of hungry. So my brain, like, I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. But like, especially like I realize like I'm sort of out of sync with the rest of my environment. Because like they're not thinking like I am. Like they're not thinking like, you know, there's literally nowhere to eat. You know, for me to eat essentially, or you know, whatever, or like, or they might be going to sleep with their bellies full or something, or not. You know, I could be wrong, but you know, and that's the other thing. I don't eat beef. I don't like beef at all. I don't like the taste of it. I've tried it. It's not good. I don't like it. It makes me feel weird, and so I'm not. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not with the. I'm not with the beef really too much. Pork, turkey. I tried turkey. Turkey's all right. It's cool. I think it's cool. Pork. I've only had bacon. Some pork bacon, and I thought it was. I was okay. I really like pigs, but you know whatever. I did eat some pig. I did eat some pork bacon, and that was, you know, it was okay. It was okay. It's all right. And it's also interesting being a vegan or being a vegetarian, or, you know, growing up pescatarian, what have you. You sort of see a lot of stuff differently. Obviously, for example, there was the pink goo thing going on, and we noticed that shortly after that they released the 50-piece nuggets deal or whatever. Once you get 50 piece, you know, and so then there was like this stint in like kind of like the Obama era, where like 2008, where where bacon was like everything. Like they were just trying to push bacon on everyone. They were like, eat bacon, 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 bacon. It's like you weren't a man if you didn't eat bacon. Like it was like a whole thing going on. It was crazy. I mean, like it was everywhere. Like you couldn't escape it. You know what I mean? It was, I don't know. You know, and it was almost. And then they sort of linked it with masculinity very heavily. So that was interesting. I don't know if you guys remember that. Um, I mean, that's just a few of the things. There's also like that's probably that's probably something I can't really think of anything, but there's the beef thing. You know, uh, I can really. I did eat beef. I don't know if that was this year or last year, but I ate a patty melt, a beef patty melt from the Habit Burger and Grill, and I didn't eat the whole thing, or maybe I did. I'm not sure. It wasn't a great feeling. I'll just be honest. It just did not wasn't a great feeling. It didn't leave me feeling okay. I think you know that's a part of me where I like feel like I'm honoring other faiths. You know, I'm honoring faiths. Like when I don't eat. I mean, I'm not Muslim per se. You know, but not eating bacon kind of suits my diet. Not eating. I'm not Indian, but not eating. Or I'm not Hindu, but not eating beef works. I don't do that, so it kind of works for me. But like the beef thing is like, and my parents eat everything. They eat everything. They eat everything. So, but as far as the beef is concerned, you know, I think that's one of those things where like, you know, I could probably get with the holy cow thing. You know, I think baby cows are kind of holy, kind of sacred because Possibly, uh, so it's one of those things where I'm like, but and then obviously you see things like, okay, obviously when the animal starts to taste like animal, it's like it's a real thing. It's a real thing, and I noticed that a lot of regular meat eaters are acknowledging it. And now that I'm eating meat, I'm like, holy hell, like this is no joke. I had a turkey sandwich. And I was like, okay, if I have to, kind of thing. Not like if I have to, but it's like really tasting it. You just kind of really taste it. I get maybe it might be a texture thing. Certain things, but yeah, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Um, that's my whole thing. So yeah, yeah, that's it. But with inflation and everything, like I've been, you know, my life has been getting better, sort of, because I've been eating meat, but I've also been confronted with a lot of sort of things, and also acknowledging the, also the, the inflation is hidden too. Like my wallet is taking a hit. Not that it was particularly cheap to be vegan, but I was psychologically denying sort of the the part of me that actually want that actually is like, no, you actually need some food, like real food, because it was so tied to my wallet, you know, which is kind of weird. Um, it's kind of weird, but yeah, there's this people who, yeah, but basically is America has a thing, and it's always had a thing. The meat industry is not perfect, you know, and we sell a lot of shitty food, and the food, in America. So that's pretty much all I have to say on that. Yes, it is like this every time I eat meat. I'm working to get rid of it. Yes, this all started because I tried a McChicken sandwich. It is like this every time. So, no one knows. But I think about it for days. Except for that teriyaki bowl, that was really good.